Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. Make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is right down below here. And also make sure that you've also joined my Stampin' with Diane group. There I give different templates. I give a tutorial, my technique PDFs on there. And if you're joining me through Facebook, make sure that you give StreamYard permission so that I know who I'm talking to. Plus, also, I really do appreciate everyone that's coming back, that comes back each and every time that I go on or come and rewatch my videos afterwards. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you are subscribed. That way you do get notified, especially if you hit that bell, or if you like my page, you'll find it on there as well. This is part of a replay, or a replay, or if you are watching this afterwards, it is part of a live. So that way I will be talking to different people as we go along. Hello, Betty. Happy Easter to everybody on here. I really do appreciate it. So it's card sketch. It's card sketch number 151. It's almost been 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 years of weeks that I've been doing my sketches. I didn't do them while I was away, but I have now been pre-recording them when I'm away. So that way, at least they're going to be coming up. Now at, I think it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I'll be announcing the challenge winners from last month. Lots of different people joining, so that's really great. I really do appreciate it. But this is a card sketch, and a very, very good morning and happy Easter. Awesome. So we are, like I say, on card sketch number 51. I'm just going to pop on down to my desktop here and we'll take a look at this card sketch. Now, honestly, this card sketch, I saw something similar to this, a few weeks ago, and I thought it was so ingenious the way they did it. But when I went and I started really playing with this, the basic borders are ones that you could use for any of these. You could use these dies here, or you could even use these around the bend dies on there. And I'll show you how I got it together. So to make it very, very easy. Hello, Marie. Yes, happy Easter. Oh my goodness, Easter weekend. And I don't know, if you're in the Kamloops area, it's miserable. I would imagine it is almost all across Canada. I know my son just got his power on after not having power for 3 weeks, or three days. So 3 weeks, that would have been awful. In any event, it's a pretty simple sketch. So I'm going to show you how I went about doing it. I'm going to use this fantastic Boutique designer series paper. I've got so much of it. I can tell it's going to be going in my BOGO, but I really like this design. I think it's one of my most favorite designs. And then the in color has some DSP, so I've used this designer series paper as well. So let's get going on this. Only really 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of paper on here, if that. So what I did was, I've got Sweet Sorbet. I went and I picked the colors that were in here. There's also Pear Pizzazz, and that one's retiring. That's going to be kind of sad when it goes. So what I did was, I went and I took my 2 colors, and these ones were at 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then I also did one like that. This layer here was the 3 1/2 by 4. And then this piece here was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches. Oh, it's beautiful in Calgary. That's great. Anyways, what you're going to do is, I'll pretend that we haven't cut this. You're going to line this up completely like this. And then you're going to take whatever dies that you want to use. Straight edge dies, or it could have this beautiful angle one, would be really nice on there. I was going to actually use the angle one today, but it's so close to what I had done last week, so I thought I better not do it that way. So when I did line that up, then all I did was just move this back, and that's going to give me my layer like that. Now, if you don't want to do a rounded thing or angle one, what you could do is just layer it. It would be just as well. It would be just as good to layer it. Okay, so I do have a piece of thick basic white. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and this is what I say my regular card base is 4.25 by 5.5. Just going to fold into the mountain the exact opposite way of the way that you think that you should be putting it in. Hello, Jeanne. So like I say, the challenge winners are going to be posted around 11, 12 o'clock Pacific time. I'm not sure exactly. Now, this designer series paper is 2 inches by 5.25 inches, and I'm just going to layer that one right down on there like that. And honestly, if I wanted to do some cutting out, I could, but I wanted a really simple layer card is what I wanted. Sometimes we go with lots of layers and sometimes we don't. Let's just put that like that. And then we can go ahead and just layer this on there. That would have been kind of cute too if this was done in a different color. This designer series paper is going, so it is retiring. So if you want to get it while you can. I can't stress that enough. There's so many people that have been disappointed because they left it to wait. And honestly, I knew that this stuff was going to go so fast. All right, so we have that, and that's just going to go kind of on there. And then I've got a sentiment that goes on there. Now, the thing that I thought I'd do is I do have a piece. This is the Starry Sky that's in there, the Sweet Sorbet that's also in there. I thought what I'd do is I'm going to come in and we're just going to put a sentiment on there, but we're going to kind of dress the sentiment up a little bit. So again, I am going to use embossing on here. I can't stress how simple this one is. And I'm just using my embossing buddy. And the stamp set that I want to use on here is a Thinking of You. This comes from the Ringed with Nature. This one is staying in our catalog. This is a carryover from the J to D mini catalog, but it will not be as a bundle price. So very, very, just to be cautious of everything that's in a bundle. It's basically not going to be in a bundle price anymore. All right, so I have that. That is a photopolymer stamp set. So I should come with my paper piercing mat. So let's just go ahead and do that. And I've got my Versamark. Now I'm going to do this. Now I know I don't really have a measurement for that, but I'm thinking what I could do is tie something on there. So let's have that like that. And then I'm going to come in with my white embossing powder. Honestly, I usually put this on with a piece of design. You know what? I'm going to come in with this and use this on here. Just a piece of paper to kind of get it so that it's. So yeah, it's the last weekend, this weekend to sign up for Your Creativity Awaits, which is using the Irresistible Blooms or Hello Irresistible bundle. That's Take It Home. And then, of course, last week to sign up for the Pedal Park, which is an in-person class, but can also be set to go as well. That one's such a pretty bunch of cards on that particular one. Oh my goodness. You know what? What other color would I stamp on here? Honestly, what color would I do on here? If they had a really nice pigment silver or gold, I would use those more. I used to use those a lot. I wish they would come back with something like that because I'd love to have that come back. So that's going to go on there. But my thought process is I want to kind of wrap some ribbon around it. Now, you know, honestly, we can't even keep track of everything that's retiring. And well, we can keep track of what's retiring, but what we can't do is keep track of what's actually going out and what we have available and what we don't have available. This crinkled ribbon is amazing. And again, I always say take some rubbing alcohol, just spray it on your ribbon, this ribbon especially. And I just sprayed it on there. It's a bit damp, but that takes out the static electricity out of it, and it just works so much better for me. So I'm just going to actually come and, Teresa says, I love the way that you use paper that will be going on. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is that we need to keep using up our stash until we can't use it anymore, right? And really, Sweet Sorbet and this beautiful Starry Sky goes so nice together. All right, so I'm just going to come here and I'm going to use a glue dot. I could use my tweezers from my embossing kit, but honestly, I find I have way more left with the glue dot. So I'm going to use the glue dot as my third finger. Oops. Just put that out of the way. So I'm just going to put that down on here. And just going to tie this tight. And now, because I've got that down there, I can turn around and I can tie my bow. And I didn't give myself much room to tie a bow, but honestly, this is quite small anyways. Sometimes it's nice to just have a bow on the edge of something, right? Okay, so now I can just play with this a little bit. The key to bows is always getting them tight. That glue dot is stopping that a little bit there, so there we go. Now I'm just going to tie that tight and just play just a tiny little bit. Yeah, that glue dot's interfering with that, and usually it doesn't, but that's okay. And tight. Now, if it's not tight enough, what you can do, because we're going to be covering this up, is I just want to get that down just a bit more. There we go. There, now we can trim that. Yes, unfortunately, this crinkle ribbon is going. It colors so nicely. It's just one of those ones that it's been around for quite a while, and unfortunately, it's going. All right, so we're going to go and we're going to trim this. So see how that, it's just a really simple card. So I'm going to come in with my trimmer. Oops. And we're just going to trim that off. So it's about 3 inches, I guess, that's going to be about. So what's your favorite color that's retiring? So many beautiful colors. Oh my goodness. But we're getting nice colors in return. I was quite shocked. I actually went through my retired paper and I have Berry Burst. I don't have Blueberry Bushel. It was not one of those colors, Blueberry Bushel, and just too dark of a blue, but I'll probably like it now that I got used to Pacific Point. All right, so this is just going to go, you know, and I could even put it up here like this. You know what? Let's do that. Just give it a bit more of a look on there. And now we're going to use the dimensionals on here. Yeah, so what are your favorite colors? If anyone knows me, Bermuda Bay is one. But I'm still okay. The color combination that I use on my blog is Coastal Cabana, so I'm okay. You know what? Maybe we'll just put a couple more. Hello. I keep forgetting about the time change. Won't have any of our South Pacific friends on here this early. Well, it would be really, really late there. So let's go ahead and let's just put that there. Wow, that changes that up completely, doesn't it? Just by looking at it, just like that. Simple, simple design. It's good sometimes to have something simple. All right. And then another thing that's retiring that you want to make sure that you use up are these colored dots. These dots are pretty cool. I'm going to actually use the Starry Sky. Well, I could use the Sweet Sorbet, or you know what? I think I'll use the Starry Sky ones. You know what? And I'm going to... And because they have some that are so small, again, I'm going to use, ooh, that's really, I'm probably going to go ahead and use like 5 on here. I love how they're different gradients of color. So we've got one there, and let's do another one right there. You can see I haven't used these up very much. So, well, mind you, I did have quite a few packages together. All right. Thank you. All right. So there is our card sketch for today. Pretty simple. Now, like I say, you could just do this just as a square if you wanted to. This just adds a bit of fun with it. And if you do have the around the bend dies, you could use this one. Or if you don't have those, you can also use this particular one from the Basic Borders. Or you could, but like I say, it was going to look quite a bit like last week, was this one. And that was the one that I was going to use, but it was so much like last week's. So that's why I didn't use that one. All right. So card sketch number 151. Make sure that you do go ahead and put that into my, go ahead and put that into my Facebook group, which is just down below. The winners will be announced around 11:45, around there. This sketch is scheduled to post at 10:45 this morning. So that'll be something that's very, very easy, you know, to go in and make sure that you can do it. I think I'm up to about 40 to put in the Facebook group under the album of the card sketches. So what else is happening in my world tonight? Sip and Stamp. So if you're wanting to join us, bring something that you can do. It's on Zoom, and there will be a link on my page and my group as well for that. And then, of course, on Monday, back to either a 3D project or a fancy fold. So if there's different things that you'd like to see, make sure that you do reach out. I was hoping I could do a bit of an unboxing for you, but unfortunately, my luck, my stuff always gets stuck. I expedited it. I should have gotten it by Thursday. I didn't. And now they're saying I'm not getting it until a week Thursday. So much for expediting, right? In any event, I'm still working on getting my catalogs ready to kind of go together. So if you're wanting a catalog, don't forget I'm doing a product share again this for this catalog. There's so much going on. And an in color club, a refresh club. There's so much. And that, if you're a part of my email list and you live in Canada, you'll get notified of that. And the link to sign up for my newsletters is just down below. Anyways, ladies, have a nice, fantastic Easter, whether you're with family or you're not with family. I just hope that you can be with somebody that that is close to you. And we will talk to you on Monday. Take care, everyone. Happy Easter. Bye for now.